Hey everyone, welcome back to Anime Sekai Podcast. I'm your host, Mikan.
And I am your host, Ichigo. What's up, guys?
Hey guys. Join us this week as Ichigo gives her review on Attack on Titan Season 2. Hey guys, welcome back.
Welcome back, guys.
Thanks for joining us again this week. It's another Attack on Titan review. So exciting. Ichigo is already on Season 2.
Y'all,
Who would have thought this day would
yeah,
come?
you apparently did, because
The thing is, I knew you would
you
watch
got me to
one
watch it.
season. I never thought you would get this far.
Yeah, I mean, season one left off on such a cliffhanger that you was really like, what? And so then I was like, well, let me just try and watch season two. It took me forever to get to watch season two just because, life happens.
Mhm.
But I finally got into season two, probably a little too much, so that I finished it in like a day and a half.
Towards the end, you
I
were, like,
mean,
fat. I was like, "You're already done?"
yeah. I mean, there was only 12 episodes, but still, I was like, a day and a half.
Yeah. You guys, she was actually like, "Can I watch season 3? Can I start?" And I was like, "No, we have to record this first."
Yeah. I tried to start watching season three only because the way season two ended
Mhm.
was very much like, are you kidding me? So now what? And then I was like, okay, I need to watch season three. But I waited. You told me to wait. So I waited. So I
Mhm.
will, as of this recording, be starting season two within the next couple of days, is my hope.
Y You mean season 3?
Yeah, season three, my bad.
Oh my god, girl, season 3, it's 2 parts, so just we'll review the first part because the second part, ooh, girl, stuff started really happening.
I feel like stuff already happening.
It did. Overall, so what was your impression of season 2 compared to season 1?
It was a little bit more gory, I guess is what I noticed. And not like gory in the sense of like people's heads get ripped off, but like in season one, it was kind of insinuated, like when Aaron's mom got eaten and, people was getting hit and get eaten. Like you didn't really see it, but it was kind of like insinuated. Like obviously this
I
person's
mean,
not
you kinda
alive
see his mom.
anymore.
I mean, you kinda see his mom get, like,
You,
chomped down on.
I mean, yes and no. Like, but you see his reaction to it rather than the gruesome scene of like her getting eaten basically, right? So, but with
I
season
guess.
two, I think it was like the first two episodes, somebody either got eaten or somebody got smacked against the wall
Oh.
and like exploded. And I was like, oh, this is how we're gonna start this season off. Okay. I didn't mentally prepare myself for this.
Starting off strong.
Yeah, it started off real strong. This season felt slow. Like even though I watched it fairly quickly, like the beginning felt slow. And I
Yeah.
think it's like a lot of the backstory, especially about um I don't remember names, so I will describe them as best as I can and Mikan will fill in names.
Yeah.
But the girl who was the little mini Titan, she turned into the mini Titan.
Yimiru. Ymir.
Yes. Yes. When they did like her little backstory, well, not even like a full backstory, like half of a backstory with her friend,
Yeah.
that bothered me a little bit.
Why?
Like it was, I think it was just bothering me because I was like, okay, get to the point already. Like I don't really care about her backstory. I just want to know, number one, how long has she known that she was a Titan, and number two,
Yeah.
who else in her family know? Like, did her dad know? Like, are they Titans too? And I think it was just she
Ymir?
just got annoying to me.
Oh,
She
yeah,
was
she
just
does
kind
I
of
agree, I agree.
annoying because all she was like, "Oh, I can turn into a Titan. That's my secret." But she kinda
Mhm.
stuck on that girl.
Historia.
Yeah, she was tied to the hip to Historia, and I was just like, "Leave that girl alone, please." Shit, like, she wants to be your friend, but you too close, back up. Is and then she was just so obsessed with her. Like, her
Yeah.
obsession annoyed the crap out of me, and I think because, like, towards the end of season 2, she kept saying, like, "Well, I have to save her. I have to protect her. I'm not myself if I'm not with her. She's the only one who understands me." And I'm like, "Bro, you are literally with other people who can turn into Titans. Historia, as far as I know, can't turn into a Titan. She know your secret now, but she can't turn into a
Mhm.
Titan."
Yeah.
But, hey, what do you. But you getting mad annoying right now. Like, she
I
was
I I
so
agree.
annoying.
I do agree. There is a reason why, she just feels this really strong connection because her own life kind of reflects Historia. So that's why I think she just
Mm.
felt a deep connection and she wanted to protect her.
Yeah, no, they got on my nerves. Mikasa is still my favorite, one of my
Okay.
favorites. I would have loved to see Levi a little bit more in this season.
His time will be in season 3.
I figured, but I was just like, he babysitting right now, and I don't know how I
He
feel
is.
about that. Like, I was like, he's literally babysitting this
Oh, no,
pastor,
his time to
minister
shine will come.
looking dude, like, like, bring him back. I don't want
He truly is.
I wanna see him and Mikasa fight. Like, I don't really care about nobody else but him and Mikasa.
Mm.
Um, and then my other main thing, like, reaction was, "You're a Titan, you're a Titan, everybody in here is a Titan." And what made me mad the most was the 2 people, one being the colossal Titan and the other
Yeah,
one being
Reiner
the,
and Peritorto,
yes.
the armored. Mhm.
I was
How'd you feel
not
about that betrayal?
expecting. Bro,
I don't think most people were when we first saw
bro,
that.
was not expecting that at all, and I think
Yeah.
when they turned into the Titans and then they ran out into the forest, and the
Mhm.
one that turns into the armored Titan,
Mhm. Reiner.
Reiner, has some serious PTSD.
Oh, yeah, he's got some mental
Like
issues for sure.
like, when he started talking and Aaron's like, "What are you talking about, bro?" I was really like, "Yeah, what are you talking about, bro? We gotta fight these Titans." "Bro,
Yeah,
you are a
he's
Titan. What are you talking about?"
yeah. He's just mentally unable to, like, live with what he's done, and so he's basically disassociating or having, like, split personality issues.
Yeah, there were quite a few characters this season that I was annoyed with.
So, is Armin, on a higher position in your
Yes,
list now?
he's still at the top of the list. No, he's still
Oh,
at
he's
the
still
top
at
of the annoyance
oh,
list.
what? Still?
Yes,
After
Armin
all
got on
that?
my
Wow.
nerves, and I think
Okay.
the reason Armin got on my nerves, don't get me wrong, I think he had some really good smart ideas, and he kinda, like, bucked up just a hair.
Mhm.
But when they showed that flashback of them being kids and Eren started fighting,
Mhm.
and all of a sudden Mikasa joins in, and Armin is on the side yelling, "Eren, leave them alone, let Mikasa handle it." That made me mad.
Girl,
It
you
made
gonna
me
have to let
mad
go of
because
that.
I'm like, "No, no, he is not a good friend, okay?"
Well, if
Don't
your friend is gonna
don't
get his
te
butt kicked
well,
and
then don't
the
rely
other
on a
girl,
girl
Mikasa's
to
gonna
do
take
it.
care of it. Well, she's
No,
gonna
but
be the
that's
one
the
kicking
thing, like,
butt.
even if sh no, even if she was going to be the one taking care of it, I still feel like he coulda jumped in to help. Instead, he was just standing on the sidelines like, "Aaron, don't get hurt. Aaron, be careful. Aaron." And I'm like, "Shut up. Either throw them hands or go on somewhere."
I don't think you're ever gonna look you're gonna be at the last episode and the last review, and you're still gonna be like, "No, he's still my he's
He might
still my
redeem himself, who
top."
knows? He just
That's
might,
interesting.
but
There
he
will be
he
some
no. He may redeem himself at the end, but let me tell you something. Right now, he at the top of that annoyance list. I'm annoyed, and he's the number one. Like, he's smart, don't get me wrong. I still see him being smart and him, like, figuring out ways to protect everybody and, like, try to, like, man up and stuff like that, but he's still annoying.
So,
Like,
even after all these betrayals, he's still at the top of your list?
and probably he's the only one that I can think of.
Oh,
I still remember
dang.
finishing it in
Dang.
season 2 being like, "Man, that was good. All that betrayal, man." And it left off on a really good cliffhanger. Like, the fact that Aaron almost got kidnapped, that was interesting to watch. Also, um, just a little quick side note about how I feel about Aaron.
Okay.
Um, he's a little annoying too, is
Yes, I
how I
agree.
feel with him in this season. And the reason I feel like he's annoying is because, like, I just feel
I
like
think
he's
it's
doing
that
too much.
yeah, I think it's that righteous sort of minded person, but he's kind of so useless a lot of times, but
Yeah.
he just wants to fight his way out of everything, but he honestly he thinks he can fix everything, but he just makes a mess of it.
Well, and then that whole scene again, he biting the mess out of his arm, his hands, his fingers and stuff, trying to turn into a titan. I'm like, bro, you didn't turn into a titan. Let it go. I understand you desperate right now. It not working.
Mhm. I
Figure
actually
something else
don't
out.
like Eren until season 3
Really.
or the
Is
end
that
of
where he
season
goes
3.
crazy?
Yeah.
Ponytail? Ponytail Aaron
Not quite,
comes?
no. Mm,
Oh.
yeah, yeah. He's very childish, if that makes sense. I feel
Yeah.
like his view of the world and how he fights and the way he seeks justice or, saving everyone, like, it's just, um he's like, "I can save everyone." You know what I mean? That mentality, but the thing is, a lot of times, realistically, you have to sacrifice certain things, and
Mhm.
he kind of has that main character, like, very shonen-esque type of main character vibe.
Mhm.
But honestly, he's one of my favorite character developments though throughout not just this story, but throughout a lot of anime. His
Hmm.
development is very interesting to see, in my opinion.
Imma have to see how I feel because I definitely feel like because they often do the flashbacks. In present day Aaron, he's like, "I gotta try to save everybody, and I am the only one that can do it." It's almost like he
Mhm.
has to prove a point, which
Yeah.
I don't necessarily like because it doesn't always seem like the show is focused around him. If the show was more focused around him and just him, it would make a little bit more sense. But where they show the point of views, perspectives, and the backstories of other characters, kind of giving the lead role to each individual person in a certain degree, then I'm kind of like, okay, but like you're not the only one. Like you've got all these people who like, especially Mikasa. Like you've got all these people. Number one, Mikasa, who's ready to not only fight alongside you, but like that has your back. I don't know about Aaron, or not Aaron. I don't know about Armin, but
Armin.
that has your back, and you still act like I am the only one that can defeat all of these titans, and I'm a single
Mhm.
handedly do it. And I'm like, no, slow your roll. But then when they show him as a kid, he was like this, I don't wanna call him bad, but he was just like this overly passionate kid who was like a bulldozer of emotions.
Mhm.
And it was like he didn't think about trying to save. He was just like, "Nah, Imma punch you," and just boom.
Mhm.
So, as of right now, I'm trying to figure out, do I like younger Aaron or do I like this present day Aaron? And I think I like younger Aaron better because it seemed like he actually had a purpose, whereas present day Aaron is kinda all over the place.
Interesting. I'm very excited to hear your opinions as he develops and grows and gets older and things change. I am honestly, I'm you're one of the people that I'm most excited to hear, as the story progresses, how you felt. Because I don't know, you could go
Mm,
either way, you know what I mean? I don't know which way you'll go, so I'm
yeah.
so excited to hear how that turns out.
Well, I do have to take back one of my hater comments from the previous episode, and it's not for Armin though. It's for is his name Hannes? The guy that went
Yeah, the guy
like
there.
in season 1 he rolled up and saw the Titan attacking Aaron's mom, and he was like, "I'ma fight it," and then he ran up on it and was like, never mind. I
Mhm.
take back what I said." Not how I felt about him in season 1, because it is what it is. But he literally put his life on the line for them, and he was like, "This is how
Yeah.
I can repent from letting y'all see that." And I'm just like, "Oh." His death I was not expecting, okay? I will say that.
Mhm.
Because I remember seeing him try to fight them Titans. And I think I texted you, and I was like, "Look at this man trying to fight him." I was like, "He's over
Yeah.
here. He need to put in this extra work because he needs to make amends and he needs to redeem himself." And then, like, the next episode, he dies, and I was like, "I take back everything
I
I
take it back.
said.
Yeah. You guys, she was like, "Never mind, I take it back.
I
He did
take it
good."
all back. He did good. He didn't have to die like that, but he did good. He did good." I was really shocked. I was not expecting him to die. I think I was kind of expecting, Yumito. I think I was
Oh.
expecting her to die this season,
Ah.
and
Mhm.
maybe one of the, either the Colossal Titan dude or the, um,
The armored
Armored
like,
Titan.
one of the Titan shifters.
Yeah. Yeah,
Mm.
yeah. Which question, once they found out that they were Titans, when they returned back to being human, why didn't nobody chop their head off? I mean, that's a little graphic, but
Well, they tried.
yeah, they tried, but they wasn't fast enough. This is why we
Yeah,
needed
they just
Levi.
weren't fat,
Levi
like
would have got the job done.
mhm. I mean, Erwin, the guy, like, the leader dude, he lost his arm, like, trying to fight,
He did, and I was really like,
and he
"Oh,
was still like
let me
"Go!"
fight."
He's like, "Get him!"
That's some determination. Well, and that's another thing. That's some
Mhm.
determination that Armin would never, ever, ever see. Armin
Oh,
was
there's something in season
determined
3.
to be peaceful. Okay? You cannot be
Uh-huh.
peaceful when it comes to war. Like, y'all are actively in war, and
Mhm.
he's trying to seek peace, which I get because it's better when it's peaceful, but you're going about it the wrong way. Like, I don't be like Aaron, but still, like, don't be a punk either. Just, I don't know. He just got on my nerves. And they kept doing the whole backstory. And I'm just like, this man is just, he's focused on the wrong stuff. Like, why don't you focus on getting stronger so you can start taking some titans out?
Well, he's just not built that way. He's more brains.
Then why is
Yeah,
he in the Titan Core? Why? Why?
'cause He followed his friend.
Why?
So he's a coward, but he's also brave. Like, you
No,
can be
you
both.
cannot be, bro, you can no. If you in that type of work, you cannot be a coward, I feel like. Buck up like Mikasa. Like that's who he really
Well,
need to be
then,
looking up to is Mikasa.
well, he's still brave despite how much of a coward he is. Like, think about it, because he will still go and show up for his friends. He'll still try to fight, even though he's not the best.
Let me tell you something. He didn't show up for Aaron when Aaron lost his mama and he was
He,
getting ready to
what do
throw
you mean?
hands with some of them other core people when they was talking about him.
The
Okay?
way he
That was season
showed up
one.
was, let Mikasa handle it. Okay, he used his brains. He was like, "You're gonna get beat
Why
up.
would you
Let
let
Mikasa
somebody
handle it."
else handle your business? And he knows that's the thing. That's I feel like if Aaron would have got his butt whooped, it would have been a life lesson for Aaron. Okay, like he probably needed that butt whooping.
But he doesn't
And
want his friend
Armin
to
over
get.
here, but he's gonna let Mikasa throw
Yeah,
hands.
because
What if
Mikasa will
they
take that.
overpower, bro? What if
No,
they
he knows
overpower
Mikasa is the
Mikasa?
toughest. Nah, he knows
What
Mikasa is
if
like on
they
another level.
overpowered Mikasa? He don't know. He does not
No,
know the power of them
nah,
other
he's seen
people
her
Mikasa's
beat up
fighting.
enough people. He's seen her beat up enough people to be like, "Oh no, she can handle it."
But what I'm saying is, on an off chance that Mikasa can't handle it, you gonna jump in and save her? No, he's gonna be like, Mikasa, we gonna be over here in this corner. You got it, girl. Like, no, mm-mm. And that's how Armin's gonna be sitting over in the corner talking about let Mikasa handle it. No, bro, you better go get a
Oh,
bottle or something to defend yourself and jump in. Tag team. Got what was it, 3 4 boys on Aaron trying to fight him. Mikasa jumps in to help. Okay, so now it's 4 against 2, and Aaron in the corner over here, or not Aaron, Armin's over in the corner yelling, Aaron, let Mikasa handle it. So now Mikasa has to fight by herself against 3 boys who are clearly bigger and stronger than her, even if she can't fight, even if she can't take them.
no, she can. She can.
I mean, I
That's
know
the
she
whole
can. I'm
thing. She
not doubting
can.
that she can. But I'm just saying, in the off chance, this is why Armin is a bad friend. Because in the off chance that Mikasa gets her butt kicked, Armin's not going to jump in to save nobody. Aaron would, because, we saw what happened when Aaron went to go save Mikasa in season 1. We all saw it. Calling them
I
people out
mean,
like... There's somebody outside that's looking for you and then stab somebody. That's messed up.
what'd you think about the whole like Connie's mom like laying there? His
That broke my heart because when she
supposedly
said
his mom.
Okaidi, no, that is his mama. That is his
Mhm.
mama. When
Supposedly.
she looked at him and said Okaidi, and then they did the picture comparison, I was like, oh, that's Coney's mama.
Mm.
Oh my gosh, that's Coney's mom, y'all. I was in my feelings a little bit about that. I was like, no, his mama turned into a titan. But also the fact that they couldn't check to see where his dad and siblings were.
Mm.
I think she ate him.
Possibly. Yeah, I don't remember if they mentioned something that happened to the rest of his
They
family.
they just said like they were investigating, but they
Mhm.
think that the family had escaped because the other
Mhm.
villagers had escaped. But didn't nobody actually confirm if anybody had escaped?
Yeah. I think she was bedbound, so I believe that's why.
Oh, see, that I didn't even know.
Yeah, I think she was bedbound or something. That's why possibly she couldn't
She can't
escape with
move?
everybody else. Something
Well,
like that.
because
I think they mentioned that, like, she couldn't move.
I could have missed that part then if that's the case. They did say she couldn't move and that they were going to try and figure out like
Mhm.
how to move her so that they could check
Yeah.
inside the house, which in my head I was like, there's a front door. You don't necessarily need to move the Titan to see if you can open the door and get inside. That is if it's hollow enough where you can, kinda wiggle your way in the door because she was crushing that house. But, what I mean? I'm just kinda
Mhm.
like,
Yeah.
so if y'all move her, how you how you gonna see what's inside? I mean, I guess they would have to move her so then there would be, like, light shining throughout the inside. Because if they just go in and
I
she's
mean,
laying on top, it's
that house
dark.
is broken.
The house, yeah, the house is gone.
Where like, what do you think is going on with the Titans?
Aaron's daddy that they still ain't caught.
Mm.
He's going around turning people into titans. For what reason? I don't know.
Okay, okay.
But they ain't caught
Mhm,
him yet. And I felt like the church dude, um, I guess like I'm gonna call him a cult leader. Okay, let's call it like it is. That man's a cult leader. Um,
mhm,
I think the cult leader knows that Aaron's daddy is going around turning people into titans. And somehow he thinks it's like a revolution or so. I don't know. That's why I was like,
mm,
Um, but as of right now, I still think it's Aaron's dad because they ain't caught him. And I remember in season one them saying
mhm.
something like they were looking for him. They didn't mention
Yeah,
him in season two. Aaron brings him up, I think, briefly in season two, but nobody else mentioned his dad, which makes me
yeah,
think, okay, well, obviously his dad is still on the loose and he's got something in that
yeah.
briefcase.
Cause
He turning people into
mm,
titans. Either that or what I wanna know is how some of these people knew that they were Titans and they came from an island, is what they
mhm,
said, right? So if they came from an island, why do those Titans have why are they able to speak, think, and talk the way that they do compared to the other
mhm.
Titans who's not able to speak, talk, and all they do is just run funny and eat people and throw themselves into buildings. Like, let's just be honest. You got the smart titans and then
Yeah,
you got the dumb titans. So where did smart titans come from? It's kind of where my
that is a good
head is
question.
right now.
Where do they come from?
Is Aaron's daddy?
Do you have a guess on that? Like, any it could be out of pocket, like, any theories?
Uh, I don't know. I have a feeling that you know evolution maybe the titans somehow evolved into
Oh,
these
okay.
humanoid people and the smart titans, okay? I'm putting them in two categories. The smart titans somehow evolved, and then you got the smart titans, and then you got the dumb titans. I think like Coney's mom, that's Aaron's daddy.
Mhm. Oh, okay.
The other titans, that's like the quote unquote the dumb titans that's running around, I think is Aaron's daddy, and they haven't fully evolved yet.
Mm,
But then the smart titans, the one that can like change themselves and make themselves human, kind of like Aaron, I feel like could be a
mhm,
combination of both. Um, what I'm confused about is you meet her like when did she know that she was a Titan? Because she grew
mhm.
up. That's the other thing. Like they grew up. So when did she know she was a Titan? It's like
Yeah.
I can guess, but I still can't wrap my head around.
I mean, a lot of it will be answered, like, for the basic questions will be answered, like, by the end of season 3. Like, the big ones, I think, will be answered from what I remember. But remember, the reason Reiner and them, they broke the wall, right? They came
Hmm.
crashing in. Uh, or were they inside already and they just broke the wall? Who knows? But they grew up there. Like, I believe Yamita was the same way. Like, they grew up along with, like, Eren.
Well, if that's the case, then that's definitely Aaron's dad that's going around injecting people with something. Because
Mm,
he's a quote unquote doctor.
mhm. How do you feel about the Beast Titan?
The Beast Titan. Oh, the what? Bro, let me tell you something. When he spoke,
Yeah.
I forgot about him. When he
Mhm.
started talking, literally dropped whatever it was that I was drinking and was like, "Oh, so they can talk now? They can talk now? You got this giant ape looking titan that's using words?" And then try to patronize the humans like, "Oh, you don't understand what I'm saying?" I was like, "Oh, no, you didn't. How dare you?"
Mhm.
And then turn around and, like, took them out. I don't know how I feel about him. I think now that you just said something, you reminded me about him. Maybe that's Aaron's daddy
Oh, maybe.
experimenting on himself.
Maybe. I don't know. Okay. Alright, so your understanding is so Aaron's dad is going around, he's creating these titans, but then the smart titans, as you said, like the ones that can change and shift, they have, like, evolved.
Mhm. I think half and half. Some of them have evolved. Some of them were injected.
Okay. What makes them, like, different then from, like, the injected ones or, like, in your mind in your head?
Mm,
So you think some of them
I
weren't injected? Is that what you're saying?
yeah. I feel
Oh,
like,
okay.
for example, like, um, Reiner and the other dude, what's his name?
Mhm.
Starts with a B.
Bertoldo.
Anyway, yeah.
Yeah.
I feel like them 2 were not injected. I feel like they were spies and they just forgot about their mission. I feel like they're evolved. But Yumita, I feel like she was injected
Mm.
because didn't in part of her flashback she said like she didn't really have no family or something like that, or like, I mean, I can't remember, but it was something in
I
her
believe she
flashback that
was an
made me think,
orphan.
"Oh, yeah, she was an orphan." Yeah, she was an orphan and then she was picked up by the cult and they were going to get rid of her. I think she was injected
Mm.
somehow. I don't know how, but I think at some point, maybe like when um the military went in and busted up the cult and she was put in
Mhm.
prison, maybe somehow she came across Aaron's dad and he was like, "Well, she's an orphan, she ain't got no family," and her cult basically turned against her. So let me see what I can do. This is a perfect experiment.
Okay, okay.
But everybody else is kinda hard. I feel like Annie too. Annie at some point was injected. Aaron too, because that's his son, which is messed up. Like if that is the case and Aaron's dad is going around here injecting people with some sort of Titan like thing, that's messed up because you experimented on your son.
Mhm.
But then Aaron doesn't have any recollection of it. So I don't think that's the case unless we find out later that it wipes away your memory.
Okay.
I don't know. I'm going on a stretch. This is a stretch. I'm just
I don't know, he might be getting close there or something, I don't know.
if that's the case, then yeah, yeah. I would be like, Aaron's dad is going around injecting people with some sort of like Titan serum, and then when they turn into the Titans, it wipes away their memory of getting injected somehow.
Okay, okay. In your opinion, compared to season 1, like, did you like season 2 better, or did you feel like the story was progressing? Like, your overall review for season 2, how was it?
Um, I mean, it was good. It was good to where I want to continue it. I will say that. Um,
Wow.
I feel like the beginning of season 2 was so kind of not necessarily thrown in your face, but it was I felt like I kept thinking like, okay, who are these people? And why do I care what's going on right now? It's how I felt in the beginning.
Okay,
Even
yeah.
like when Coney showed up, I was like, what's going on? Like how y'all get to this point and
Mhm.
why is this relevant? Like, I was just so confused. um I was like, what the heck is going on? Like, did I miss it? I even went back at the end of season
Mhm.
1 to rewatch it and was like, how did this become the start of season 2? I'm confused. Did I miss something? Was there like a movie in between here that leads into this? Like I'm confused. What's going on right now? But once I got past that, then I was like, okay. It's pretty good. Pretty good season. I finished it fairly quickly. And I did find myself thinking like, oh, just one more episode. Oh, just one more episode. And that's probably why I finished it so quick.
You did. I was surprised, but it's a good surprise.
Yeah. Overall, I enjoyed it.
Right? There you have it, folks. Ichigo said she enjoyed Attack on Titan, not just the first season, she went and watched the second season. Who would have thought?
Yep. And I'm gonna start season
And now
3
she's gonna watch the
hopefully
third.
sometime this week or by this weekend.
Mhm. Ooh,
I feel like I gotta
this
let you
is
know how I
crazy.
truly feel
I feel
about
like
it.
I'm living in a
Otherwise,
dream.
ain't no sense in me not finishing it and not giving you my full opinion of the show.
Yes, I need to know. Like at the end, if you're like, I hated this, I hated all this, I would be fine either way. I just want to know what you
Because
have
I
to
watched
say.
it.
Yes, now and then we can discuss it. Oh, I'm so excited to hear what you have to say about season 3. Ooh, a lot goes down.
Yeah, I might just go ahead and
It's gonna be
binge
exciting.
all of season 3. Yeah. I'm kind of excited just to see what
Part
happens
1.
next. I low like part of me low key wishes that they actually kidnapped Aaron. I will say that. Just like a small part of me was like,
Ah,
"Dang." Like I'm like, "Yay,
yeah.
you guys rescued him." But then the other part of me was like, "You should have taken him with you."
Mhm. Well, you'll find out. You'll find out what happens later.
I mean, yeah, but I wanted to like find out at the beginning of season 3. Like you find out Aaron's been kidnapped and then the start of season 3 he's at the camp or the
Mhm.
island. That would have been good. I think that probably would have drew me
Don't
in to the show to the show more. The fact that
yeah.
they rescued him, I was like, "Oh, okay, yeah, they rescued him. Yay." And the other part of me was like, I kind of wanted him to go.
Mhm. No, I'm with you there.
Like that would have
'Cause
been the perfect
yeah, you want
cliffhanger for the
answers.
end of the season. Yeah. So it kind of forces you to watch season 3 when it comes out. At least at that time when it was coming out. Aaron
Mhm.
should have got kidnapped.
Don't worry. There'll be explanations. It's coming. It's coming. It's gonna take a bit, but it's coming.
But we'll see. We'll see how season 3 goes.
You will see. I'm telling you, season 3, it's gonna explain a lot of things. It will.
I hope so.
It will. But there you have it, guys. That is Ichigo's review of Attack on Titan season 2, and she's gonna keep watching. So, be sure to keep following us because we're gonna keep doing each season and each part. We're gonna have her review it and tell us her thoughts. And as always, be sure to follow us on Instagram and TikTok at Anime Sekai Podcast. And keep tuning in because you know Ichigo's gonna eventually finish Attack on Titan, and I'm telling you guys, it's gonna be very interesting to hear what she has to say about the ending and about all the characters. So as always, please tune in next week for another episode, and we'll see you guys later. Bye, guys.
Bye, guys. Catch you next week.